They called him a madman. They called him a visionary. They called him finished more times than you can count. But in the world of high-stakes finance, there is one rule that rises above all others. If you control the narrative, you control the money. Most people look at a building and see bricks and mortar. Donald Trump looked at a building and saw a billboard for his own legacy. He didn't just build the New York skyline, he branded it. He didn't just negotiate with a bank, he forced the bank to negotiate with him. From the golden elevators of Fifth Avenue to the neon-lit gambling dens of Atlantic City, and now into the frontiers of the digital asset economy, this isn't just a story about real estate. This is a story about the raw, unfiltered, and often dangerous game of American capitalism. Today, we go behind the headlines to see how one man turned his own name into the most valuable asset on earth. Welcome to Money Speaks. The story begins in the shadows of his father, Fred, a king of middle-class housing in the boroughs. But Donald, he was looking across the river at the greatest stage on earth, Manhattan. It was the 1970s. New York was rotting, crime was rampant, the city was broke, and the smart money was running for the exits. Trump saw opportunity where others saw ruin. His first major gamble, the Commodore Hotel, wasn't just a construction project, it was a masterclass in leverage. He didn't have the cash, so he used the city's desperation, securing massive tax breaks and convincing the Hyatt chain to put their reputation behind his vision. When that building opened, it was a signal. The landscape of New York had changed. He proved that in the world of finance, perception is everything. If you look like a winner, the banks will treat you like one. By the 1980s, the Trump brand was electric. He became the face of the decade, the personification of the American dream. But the hunger for scale led him to the most volatile industry in existence, Atlantic City gaming. He didn't just play the game, he bought the table. He financed the Taj Mahal, at the time the most expensive casino ever built, using high-risk junk bonds. When the economy dipped and the market turned, the house of cards didn't just wobble, it collapsed. This is where the legend and the controversy really begins. Most men would have disappeared into obscurity. Instead, he leaned into the fire. He filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy not once, but repeatedly. Critics called it a disaster. Trump called it a strategy. He realized that when you owe a bank $1,000, you have a problem. But when you owe a bank $1 billion, the bank has the problem. He forced the institutions to the table, slashed his personal debt, and stayed in the game. That is the ruthless reality of institutional finance. This is the part of the story most people get wrong. After the crash, he didn't just rebuild, he reinvented the business model. He stopped being a builder and started being an architect of brand equity. He realized that building a tower takes years of sweat and massive capital risk, but licensing your name, that is pure high-margin profit. By putting his name on hotels in Dubai, golf courses in Scotland, and luxury estates worldwide, he turned Trump into a global intellectual property asset. And he supercharged it all with The Apprentice. He didn't just host a show, he sold a persona. He placed himself in the living room of millions, cementing his status as the ultimate titan of business. He made the brand worth more than the buildings. Today, his influence spans from physical real estate to the volatile world of digital assets. Whether you admire him or despise him, one thing is undeniable. He understood that in the modern world, money is just paper. But a brand is forever. He rode the waves of global finance like few others ever have, surviving the heights of luxury and the depths of failure. He transformed from a local developer into a global brand, and finally into a political force that shifted the course of the USA. If you want to understand the levers of power that move this country, you have to look beyond the politics and look at the ledger. Make sure to subscribe to Money Speaks, where we decode the stories behind the world's most powerful figures. Who should we break down next? Leave a name in the comments and let's see who really runs the game.